we just got confirmation that we are headed to the absolute freaking moon in the next couple weeks. Watch this.
Digital. What are we doing with these? You know, let's stop fooling around. If you want Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's topping out, by the way. So I'm going to say enough is enough and ka-ching is ka-ching. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of the lightning round.
You got to hit him with that inverse Kramer, you know? So Kramer's saying Bitcoin is topping out. It was funny because last week he said, yeah, Bitcoin's unstoppable. And then we got a big liquidation. Now he's saying that Bitcoin's topping out just after we had a big breakout here on the Bitcoin price last night. But I wanted to show you, yeah, so let's just run through what happened with Bitcoin. We'll run through the Bitcoin dominance, look at some of the altcoins, and I'll show a couple tweets really quick, just a quick little update on the market. So I could not get any sleep in before work last night or after work this morning. I was just too busy staring at the charts, man. This was super exciting to see. Bitcoin finally moved to a bit of a larger time frame. Finally broke out of this ascending triangle. Again, we'll do a little measured move. I would expect Bitcoin to see around like 48 to 49K measured move from this breakout. So far so good. Everything's looking great, but one thing that does worry me a bit is, like I was talking about in my last video, we are expecting that ETF approval probably Tuesday, so today or tomorrow. And what I liked to see was that we weren't pumping into it, but now we're starting to pump into the approval. It's the only thing that worries me that it could be a sell the news is if we're really ripping hard and then we get the approval, it could mark some kind of local top. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that's not the case. I hope it does just send us shooting straight up even higher. But that is the one thing that I would be cautious about because, you know, you never know what can happen. In the past, ETF announcements like futures or shorting ETF, like those have marked tops or bottoms. So let's just wait and see. We should see that approval or rejection or delay. We're expecting approval, right? Tuesday, so today or tomorrow on Wednesday. But let's wait and see. Let's not get too overexcited. But this is a nice breakout to see for Bitcoin structurally, still looking great, right? We're coming for these highs set back in April of 2022, March or April. And, you know, if we can break through these, then there's not much else holding us back from running it towards the all-time highs. Stock market also looks healthy. It's getting a nice bounce. If we look at the SPX had a 1.5% day almost. So bouncing super nicely, almost breaking its all-time highs, the S&P. But we'll come over to Bitcoin dominance. So I was wrong about this. I thought, you know, we were going to get a retest of this trend line on Bitcoin dominance and then, you know, maybe start to roll over and we would see alts start really taking off. So, you know, maybe this is a fake out getting back above and then we do push back down. But now, honestly, for Bitcoin dominance, if it is really breaking back above, the next level I'd be looking at, you could maybe draw some sort of trend line like this, right? Say, okay, maybe it comes up to this trend line, or you want to do something, you know, maybe something like this to say that was a fake out. I think regardless of what happens, we are getting close to a top for Bitcoin dominance. It looks like we're going to get one more push and probably set a new high, but I would expect the alts to start moving really soon. So on this move yesterday for Bitcoin, most of the alts didn't really do much. They still haven't even recovered from those drops that they experienced last week when Bitcoin got that flush down. So like Algo still under 20 cents, HBAR still around 8 cents, nowhere near those 10-cent highs. XLM 12 cents, nowhere near the 14-cent highs. Quant beaten down back to like 120. It was up at 154. DOT down at 750. It was up at 950. So everything's still looking kind of beaten down. Let's pull up total 3 really quick and see where that's at. So the altcoin, this actually looks really beautiful. This looks great. So the altcoin market cap, right? We had that flush down. We retested this high right here, our breakout of our accumulation range, and we touched it again with a wick on this weekly candle, and now we're bouncing off. So it would be nice to see this come all the way back up and take out this red candle by the end of the week on Sunday. But this looks really good so far, in my opinion. Breakout, retest, and continuation. And once the time is right, I think this sends like all the way up to 829, 830 billion, like to catch up to Bitcoin at that March, April 2022 high, right around here. So technically, again, looks great. Everything looks like it's setting up great. Finally, what we want to touch on is our baby, XRP. So still struggling, man. 57 cents. Barely caught a bounce. It looked like it caught a little bounce the other day on its own for a minute when Bitcoin was still going down. But here, let me move this out of the way. Right here, we got like a big candle up, and it just came right back down. Didn't mean anything. And then we came up a little bit with that Bitcoin pump yesterday, but still nowhere near where we were at like 64 cents when that liquidation happened. And yeah, now we're just chilling. But what I did notice is, so from our last liquidation event back here after the SEC lawsuit, and we had that big sell-off, I noticed that this fractal was kind of interesting. So what I did was I took that fractal and I, adjusted it to size, because I think this consolidation down here isn't going to take the time that this one took. It looks like it's moving faster, but I pulled it over, I adjusted for size, and it's crazy how similar the fractal lines up. We had our liquidation, our big wick, we bounced, petered back down, took out a lot of that wick, like about half of it, maybe a little more. Then we got a bounce back up, drifted down a little. It looks like that's what we're doing now, drifting down. So I wouldn't be surprised if this took us like another, day or so, 24 hours. Then we move back up, one more touch of the lows, and then we're ready to go and get our way back out of here and back up to where we were. So is this going to keep playing out? Who knows? But I thought it was interesting. I thought the fractal, like I noticed it when I was looking back and forth. I was like, that looks kind of similar. I lined it up. It looks pretty good to me. I ultimately think that big picture, this was just a retest of our accumulation range down here. Breakout, first time, failed, came back in, breakout, retest. So far we're holding. Now, like blockchain backers talked about, we really just want to see this thing shoot its way back up here eventually. And then we're pretty primed and ready to go. All the market conditions we want to see for when XRP has taken off are here. Stock market is breaking all-time highs. Bitcoin is moving up. It looks like it's impulsive and it's starting to get parabolic, and that's good. Everything we want to see is in alignment. We did break down from this triangle right here, right? We broke down, but we're still in this bigger triangle with this ascending support and descending resistance. And that would take us all the way to mid-March. And then ultimately the Big Daddy triangle from our all-time highs all the way back there. This big triangle take us all the way to later this year in October. Do I think it's going to take that long? No, hopefully not, but you never know. Structurally though, what's important here is everything looks good. As long as we stay above 54, 55 cents on our weekly closes, say even daily closes we want to see staying above, but especially weekly closes, we look really good in terms of where we're at, what we're setting up for. I know it's frustrating, not moving the way the rest of the market is, taking its time, moving sideways a lot, getting a lot of people frustrated and wanting to jump ship. But that's exactly what you would want to see before we do see a big move. You don't want a lot of excitement and euphoria, because that means we're probably not going to move up. Where we're at now, everyone's frustrated. No one's happy about XRP. Structurally, everything still looks good. We're making higher lows and higher highs for the most part. This one was a lower high, but still a higher low here. So patience, right? That's all we can do. Patience, have conviction in the choices we made and the plays that we have, and hope for the best. Hope that we have made the right decision and our research will pay off. But quickly, we have from cryptos, most important levels on the XRP chart. Negative price is the price closed below the 2 6-year trend lines and below the 21-week moving average. Positives is that the price held lower support levels and is bouncing. He said expect a breakout once these levels are reclaimed. He's just showing here. We closed below the 21-week moving average, below these resistance lines, but we're still above the support lines. We're just really tight in this consolidation. And it looks like sooner or later, man, it's got to break. So I'll leave you with this from Ed, Money Dojo. 5K a month in Thailand, greater than 10K a month in the UK. And I could not agree more, guys. Thailand has been absolutely phenomenal. All the crypto going on. Sometimes just take a step back, focus on what matters, and dude, just get out to Thailand. The West is a scam, man. Everything here is phenomenal. It's great. It's cheap. 5K a month, you can live so comfortably, like a king. Relax, do whatever you want, not have to stress about money as much or work. Just amazing, guys. So I'll leave you with that. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully with Bitcoin over 50K by the end of the week. That would be awesome. Peace.